Hey guys, this is gamingwithtape, and today you join me for episode 3 of season 3 of Fighter Jet Showdown, and we start on the island runway. Yes, I'm of course still doing random runways, and I thought, hey, we haven't done the island runway yet, so yeah. Anyway, the first two craft we have are the T2 Sparrowhawks, which come to me from Max. Now these are pretty nice. They're single engine Delta wings. They use this airplane wing, well, this swept wing here, really nicely to make a really cool looking Delta wing. They got some decent looking control surfaces. It's just a really nice looking plane, really kind of simple, but with a few details that just make it look really nice. And yeah, they will be going up against the Super Deca. These come to me from Harry, and he sent me a Deca plane for normal subscribed designs, and I challenged him to make one capable of competing in Fighter Jet Showdown, and this is what he came up with. He didn't just strap a Panther on the back of the old one. He actually made a new plane, and it looks really cool. And yeah, I think this should be pretty good, maybe? We'll find out. Let's just get him into the air right now and see what happens. Alright, I think everyone's good. Cool. Hopefully this runway's long enough. At some point I really want to do the aircraft carrier runway, but that is very small, so I'm not sure how possible that will be. I'll have to select craft carefully. These, however, have no problem taking off from the runway, and yeah, they're looking pretty good. These guys definitely faster with their only one wing, which probably provides a little less drag, but these are going to be hopefully pretty maneuverable, and if not, just really fun to watch explode, so yeah. Anyway, there's also quite a big hill here. Hopefully nothing crashes into the hill, but hey, that's part of the hazard, you know, we've added a bunch of arbitrary hazards so that things might die for no reason, because what's life without random fun that makes the competition potentially unfair? Anyway, so these guys turn around very quickly. These guys also turning around extremely quickly with their freaking 10 wings. Maybe too much though. Starting to dive low. Will this guy get a missile away? Okay, looks like everyone's getting missiles away. Hopefully no one will be slaughtered by missiles. This guy looks like he's got a couple missiles coming in on him. Lots in the air right now. Looks like he has no problem avoiding them. Briefly thought he was missing some wing, but they're just different sized. Looks like there's been no missile kills. Very, very... Oh, well, there's going to be more fired, though. I want to see how these things dogfight with 10 wings. I also want to see just like a few wings shot off and see if it can fly with just like half its wings, you know? That'd be cool. That's a nice thing about having 10 wings, is you can lose like a gajillion and you're still a pretty good plane. Oh, something exploded. Oh, way, yeah, I actually called it before it happened, but that guy explodes into just dust over there, just dust of wings, and now it's, oh, and this guy takes a missile to the face. Oh, double missile kill, that's no fun. They clearly just lose too much speed in turns, but they do really explode quite a lot. That's a lot of wings falling right now. Oh, and now these guys are just shooting up a bit of dead plane. Oh, there's an engine still going on over there. That's weird. Well, not anymore. Yes, so the win, of course, goes to the Sparrowhawks, and the Deca planes explode into just dust. So yeah. Let's move on to the next round of the qualifier. So, the next planes to go up are the Mothrang 2s, which come to me from Panda, and these are pretty cool. They're interesting looking. They have kind of this sort of curved swept wing, and then a gap in the wings, and then these control surfaces at the back. They're single engine. They just look, you know, they look really interesting. Not like much I've ever really seen before. They've got these weird intakes up here. They use a GAU 8, which is a pretty deadly gun. And yeah, these are pretty cool. I'm interested to see how these actually perform in combat, though. Given their unconventionalness. And they will be going up against the Spearjet Mark 8E. These, of course, come to me from Jimmy, who runs my Discord server. This is actually his second plane in the competition. After the Mark 7s lost to the F-22 in qualifiers, he was not to be outdone. So, these are the Mark 8s, which are the step up. And these are actually another really kind of big collaboration in the Discord. I've been sent a list of people who helped to work on these. And yes, there's a lot of people helped, but the main designers are, of course, Jimmy, Quantum Cuba, with the help of the other Jimmy, who designed the Blazars, which I think won Series 1? No, won Series 2, even, which is pretty good. Maximus Light, who has designed many a craft. Triangle 93, B2 Spirit, aka Ostrich. Oh, it's Ostrich, I know him. And Xtopia. So yeah, lots of people in the Discord worked on this. It's kind of... I want to see it succeed, really. I mean, I'm a little biased towards it just because, well, it's designed by a lot of cool people, you know? Anyway, let's get them into the air. See if teamwork is really, if too many chefs have spoiled the broth, or if they've made good broth, made the broth real nice. They take off almost instantly. That's quite impressive. These actually look really nice. Are these going to take off? Please take off. They're fine, probably. These are quite nice though. They've had a bit of a design change-ish from the Mark 7s. Their air intakes look really cool, and they've got this kind of bottom wing. They look quite sleek. It is still the same Spearjet design though. If you don't know the story of the Spearjets, the Mark 2s came close to getting into the finals of Series 2. And yeah, so I'm interested to see how these do. I'm also interested to see how these do. It would be cool if these unconventional things did some interesting stuff. And the Gao 8s may help, but I think I see Gao 8 on a few craft, and that is pretty good because 130mm round is pretty much going to eviscerate everything anywhere near it. But the problem is, of course, they kind of don't fire as frequently as the 20mm that these have, the Vulcan cannons, and also they overheat quite quickly, so they don't fire as frequently, and then they kind of overheat. There's a lot of missiles going for a lot of things. Hopefully these guys don't get taken out by missiles. There's a couple coming in through, it looks like the front Spearjet, or maybe both. Looks like, ooh, one of the Mothrangs has been hit by multiple missiles. Let's go and have a look at that now, see if I can get a good shot of that. Don't know where it is, but it was just eviscerated. Okay, one of the Spearjets going low, maybe hitting the water. The nice thing is the water is... Ooh, the Spearjet takes a missile, Jesus. But then the Mothrang is followed up with a kill. Ah, a lot of missile kills today. We've got to get some dogfights going, you know? We've had, like, very few shots fired. But hey, the Spearjet Mark 8s win and move to the semi-final. Did quite well, seemed to take that kill quite quickly. I was more focused on that one dying. But hey, alright. Is camera shake on? It looks kind of like camera shake's on. Why is camera shake on? Okay, we'll talk about all of that in a second, but it's really important that... Oh no, it's not on. It's just a shaky craft. But yes, anyway, congratulations to all the people who worked on this. This will be going to the semi-finals. Let's go and see the next round of the qualifier. So, the next craft that will be going up will be a pair of Su-37 Super Cobras, which come to me from Kerbal Nerd 123. And these are pretty nice, actually. They've got a really nice kind of double cockpit. It's a hard thing to do with these stock cockpits, but I think this is probably one of the best implementations I've seen of it. And it's a really nice, it's just a really nice body of an Su-37. I think it looks really good, and yeah, should do a pretty good job. Even got the tilted air intakes, I always like that. But what will they be going up against? They will be going up against the Viper Mark 4s. These come to me from a name I cannot pronounce. Well, Tespartan Ind? Tespartan? Something like that. Yeah, and these are, of course, the Battlestar Galactica Viper Mark 4s. And I don't know if they're the Mark 4s in... Maybe is the Mark III the one that isn't vulnerable to the Cylon thing? I can't remember. But anyway, yes, these are pretty cool. They're, of course, based on the Battlestar Galactica Vipers, and they actually, I've flown them a bit, and they fly really nicely. I've had to take some of their guns off, because they had, like, 6 guns on them, which I thought was just a bit much, so I took off the ones up here, and the ones down here, which does make this look not quite as good up here. But, yeah, still, I think they should do quite well. And let's see who shall win and go to the semi-final. Both taking off very quickly. Hopefully they'll all be able to take off before the end of the runway. Looks like these guys get in the air no problem, and the same with these. Hopefully we'll get a dogfight. Like, we've had a lot of missile kills this series. BD Armory gets tweaked a lot, so maybe missiles have become more effective, but that is no good. We want, you know, just a slogging match, a horrible gunfight in which everybody dies. Although we've had some good gunfights in the previous episodes, so yeah. All right. They'll get to 8 kilometers, then they will turn to kill each other mercilessly. These actually do look really nice from here. I mean, obviously there's just a slight seam here, but that's unavoidable. But yeah, I like these. Anyway, okay, 8 kilometers away. Let's go fight. These did have a bunch of different missiles on them. They had harm missiles, which I know are air-to-air missiles. I'm not exactly sure how they work, so I just replaced them with AMRAAMs. And they also had some... Maverick missiles, which you don't really need in this kind of fight. So, yeah. Anyway. Alright. Let's hopefully pull out from hitting the water and stuff. They've got very small wings, but I think there are wings inside it to make it fly properly. But they may have quite high wing loading and may not be able to turn the fastest of things. Anyway, so this is going in now. Looks like missiles are in the air. Hopefully they will get within 2.5 kilometers and start shooting. It looks like they might just. Looks like they're getting pretty close. Go shoot each other. Shoot the shit out of each other. Shoot that guy with your gun. Uh-oh, missile coming in. Don't run away. It is not time to run away. It is time to shoot. Yes, we're in gun range finally. Gotta have an interesting... Oh, but there's a missile coming in. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Ooh. Oh, that guy's almost clipped by a missile, but now this guy's riding his tail. Look at that beautiful maneuver, though. That is some nice looking maneuver as he dies. He is slaughtered by... Ooh, but now the Sukhoi's coming in, look at that! God, they just look so nice from the front. I mean, I think that's true of all Sukhois, but these especially, just, I don't know. You know what? This is really, I really like this implementation of them. Anyway, chase him down, murder him for killing your friend. We must have, oh, that guy's really fast though. He does have 3 engines and not a ton of fuel. So we may actually run out. I don't know what happened to the other Viper. Oh, there he is, and he strips apart the Sukhoi. Oh, glorious. That's nice. Unconventional fighters often do quite well, and these are quite unconventional and do have 3 engines. Probably fantastic energy fighters. Shame to see the Sukhois go, though, but it's nice that they were actually taken out in a gunfight for once. And yeah. Oh, Jesus, what's happening over there? Is this guy losing control? Oh, he's been hit! Ooh, their Sukhoi did some damage. I think he may have actually killed one if this guy crashes. I mean, we could watch it forever and he'll probably crash, but hey, we didn't see that. But yeah, looks like the Sukhoi did land a hit. Not bad. Anyway, let's move on to the final round of the qualifier to see who will be facing these guys in the semi-finals. Alright, so the final craft that will be going up in the qualifier today are the PF52 Deltas, which come to me from Rex. And these are pretty nice looking planes. They're pretty small. They're got an interesting underbody, kind of housing the air intakes, which are actually kind of hybrid air intakes. They've got the aerospike, well, not the aerospike, the shock cone, and the ram intake, which looks really nice. This is a really nice looking plane, and I think it flies pretty well. Be interesting to see how they do. And they will be going up against another Sukhoi, the Sukhoi Su-105. These come to me from Kubazets, and these are pretty cool. They've got the forward swept wings, kind of unusually using the Mark II parts, which is something I rarely see in this series, but it's nice. The air intakes, again, done really well with these tail planes. There's always like really interesting intake design. I don't know why that's one of my favorite things, but it always seems to be really nice. Anyway, let's get them into the air, see who will win, see who will go up against the Viper. Guys, you don't have puta madre. Okay, right, yeah, these don't have AI pilots on them. Alright, so yeah, I tried to go and throw a wing, the AI pilot on there. Remember to include that. That's the thing that makes it fly by itself. This little module here. This guy's actually taken off kind of slowly. I've actually noticed I didn't. The game's kind of stopping a little bit. It's doing that thing again where it would just sort of stop momentarily. I didn't notice it for the first episode, but when I watched it back, it really was. There it was again. If you didn't notice it, then it's like, oh. But I think you really do in a video. Whereas while you're playing it, you get kind of used to it. But hey, there's not much to be done. We've tried a lot of things. Well, I've tried a lot of things. You've tried nothing. Although giving me lots of good suggestions. So I guess we've tried a lot of things. But still. Anyway. So yes, who will win? Obviously these have like no tweaking. So they're on just kind of default mode. But I think most of the fighters I get sent are on default mode. These have turned quite quickly though. That's quite impressive. Anyone going to shoot each other with missiles? Did you bring a radar? Not so much. Right, yeah. Yeah, you need a radar to fire the missiles, man. Still, though, well, you know, you got flares and stuff, so maybe you're just going to get into gun range. Hey, I'm not complaining, because, you know me, I like gun kills. So, yeah. Well, it seems as if maybe you're still learning the BD armories. Jesus Christ, that didn't oh, wow, he just exploded. Fucking hell. He took one missile hit and was just kind of fine. Oh, and then that guy got eviscerated. The PF52 Delta is victorious, and that's another bloody missile kill. Some bullshit up in here. Anyway, congratulations to the P52. You'll be going to the semi-final, and hopefully there'll be a goddamn gunfight. So it is time, of course, for the semi-finals. The first round between the Spearjet Mark 8Es and the T2 Sparrowhawks. Let's get them into the air and see who shall go to the final. Alright. Well, we've got a single-engine fighter versus a tri-engine fighter. Looks as if the tri-engines are faster because, well, they have 3 engines. But, yeah, the light fighter, the F-16 doctrine. The F-16, one of the most, well, I don't know about the most successful fighter in the world, but one of the most produced, at least. It was cheap. And it's a good fighter. You know, it's a good fighter jet. You know, F-16 is probably one of my favorite of the real-life fighters. Although I think the F-15 is more successful, but only because it was the main fighter in Iraq. It was like, go kill all these Sukhois with not as well trained pilots. Yeah. Still though, I don't think like a single one has been lost in the American Air Force. I think that's, yeah, I think the F-15, anyway, the F-15 is an impressive aircraft. Anywho, so this guy's turning sort of, don't fly out of the hill, buddy, that'd be a bad way to go. They're all diving, avoiding missiles, these guys actually streaking right in, fearless! Although this guy is diving. It looks like they've focused too many missiles on this one guy, and now this motherfucker is going to get in there, still firing missiles. Please get into gun range. If there are just missile kills in the semi-final, I'm going to kill someone. Yeah. Anyway, you go in, murder each other. Alright. So, yes, everything's looking good. People diving low, avoiding the things. I haven't heard any big explosions yet, just missiles hitting the ground. Ooh, nice avoidance of that one, I have to say. But it looks like he may have been chased into the ground and slams into the ground. Just too many missiles, forcing him into the ground. This guy takes a hit from a bullets, missiles? I don't know now. It's one-on-one. Who will win? Ooh, whoa, ooh. Oh, the other Spearjet coming in now. Lighting him up, getting an amazing gun kill. Look at that. Beautiful. That all happened quite quickly, as it often does. Looks like there was maybe a couple of missile kills, maybe one was semi-gun kills, but then this streaks through beautifully, taking the kill. And moving to the final. Well, it's doing much better than the Mark 7. Clearly this is the superior model. Yeah, that was quite an intense, quick one. Who knows what happened? But anyway, let's go and see who will have the dubious honor of fighting the Spearjet Mark 8 in the final. So, here we are, the semi-final. Let's get them into the air. See, well, the second round of the semi-final. We'll see who will win. Now, I did notice, well, a couple of things interesting, actually. About this plane, firstly, is actually it does have 4 engines. It has some Weasleys inside the afterburning engines, which looks really cool. I mean, look at that. However, it does mean this has a ridiculous amount of thrust for the amount of fuel it carries. It's insane. The other thing I noticed is the Kerbal in this Viper is called Money Kerman, which I thought was fantastic. You the money. Oh, we've because Vessel Mover spawns in so many Kerbals. Like we have some loads of really weirdly named Kerbals, and so many die in this save. Like we've got one called Razor Kerman, but I just saw them called Money Kerman. You the money. Anyway, let's see who shall win, Tri-Fighter or actually a Quad Fighter, you know? But I do really like this plane. It's very aesthetically pleasing and does fly very well, for a reason. It has 1 million engines. But I love this effect so much that I'm not like mad about it or anything. You know, I said there were no real fuel rules. You know, people keep asking me for like, what are these rules you keep talking about? I think, like, I'm pretty sure I keep saying there's not really any rules, because, I mean, it's so, oh, there we go, a Viper kind of dies. Anyway, I'll stop talking about the rules that don't really exist. It's kind of guidelines, just don't go crazy, because I can't be bothered to write rules. But yes, now, a gunfight erupts. This guy misses the Viper coming in. Who will get the shot away first? Oh, it's a joust to end all. Oh, well, it doesn't actually go that crazily anyway. Probably should stick with the Viper, given that it's 2-on-1. We'll see, get this guy's perspective. Looks like he has missiles on him and also has an enemy fighter on him. He is probably not long for this world. Will he survive? Ooh, but now he's being lit up by... wow, that's a quick turn, Jesus. But yes, the Delta catches up with him, lights him up, destroys him, almost hits his own guy, and now has to go and face the Spearjet Mark 8 in the final. Let's go and watch that now. So, here we are in the finals. The Spearjet Mark 8Es from Jimmy and all the people who helped him design it versus the PF52 Delta, which comes from Rex. And yeah, let's see who is the superior fighter right now. One thing I do want to say, however, about rules, although there aren't any explicit rules, is do set your guard mode to be visual range 10 kilometers and gun range 2,500 meters, because I just have to keep always resetting that to be like that, because I always want them to have the same gun range. So just do that. It'll save me like a couple of seconds, which is just nice. So yes, the Glory, two extremely good fighters. These have vanquished their enemies quickly. Same with the PF52s. I have no idea who will win. I don't know, man. I mean, I guess we'll find out. Again, that's why we're doing this, you know? That's the whole point, is that we find out like this. Alright. So, go and murder each other quickly, swiftly. Not quickly. Really drawn out gunfight that's really interesting video and makes people hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button and share the video. Do people share videos? I think I can probably find out in my analytics. Yeah, I think that happens sometimes. I don't know, man. Ugh, just kill each other. Looks like these guys are... Oh, no, they are diverted by missiles now. Looks like everyone's diverted by missiles. Hopefully, well, hopefully there'll be no missile kills. But if there are, well, that is how it goes, you know? You gotta have missile defensiveness. Don't fly under the cliff, man. You can't be flying into this cliff. Please don't fly under the cliff. Oh, please don't both fly into the cliff. That'd be no good. Please pull out. Okay, looks like those guys haven't been hit by missiles. Looks like this guy has not hit the cliff. Thank Christ. Why did I do this next to a cliff? That was the stupidest thing I could have done. Alright. More missiles coming in. Everyone okay? Everyone alive? Everyone alright? Okay, now we're getting into gun range. Who's pointing at whom, though? Looks like these guys turning quickly, but who's starting to take fire from the Delta, but just... maneuvers around it quite well, but it looks like it's kind of 2-on-1 at this point. The spear jet lit up, and the other spear jet lit up simultaneously. Jesus, that was literally simultaneous murder. The PF52s are victorious, stealing the trophy from the Mark 8s. Well, that's quite impressive. These are insanely good aircraft. Like, yeah, these are pretty good, if a little high thrust to weight ratio, but, yeah, alright, well, congratulations to Rex. That was very impressive. These are extremely proficient fighters. And, yeah, have really kind of just slaughtered everything. Just eviscerated those Mark 8s. Although they were a bit pushed into a cliff. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the episode. It's episode 3 now, so there's still time to send stuff in. I think after episode 4, there probably won't be time to send stuff in, because I'm recording in advance, because dumb Christmas bullshit, gotta go home, gotta celebrate Jesus, you know, think about Jesus and stuff. It's a big part of my life. It's not really, don't know why I brought it up like that. Now it's just a bit awkward for people who are like, hey man, I like Jesus. It's like, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, well, I put a downer on this. But my point was send stuff in before next episode, and then it'll maybe get in, so yeah. Alright. This has gone really fucking weird. I'll see you next time.